Hi, welcome to The Flow with Chloe, where it is a cold and frosty day. The 5th today, Monday the 5th, I believe. After being in that interlude of never knowing what time and day it is throughout the 2 weeks, it was back to work today, and my car wouldn't start because it's like worse than -4. It was very cold this morning, so my car wouldn't start. So I had to get an Uber to work on my first day back. Not quite what I had planned. And we got some cards to look-see at. Interesting. We have the High Priestess and Judgment and the Two of Swords. Okay, so the High Priestess, inner knowing. She's shown as a bit of a sort of crone type character on here, an older wise woman. She has the pomegranate seeds. There's many seeds of knowledge within the pomegranate. So it's a representation of like fertility as well, creativity. Also, the tale of, is it Demeter? There's the Greek goddess whose daughter gets kidnapped, Persephone, and taken down by Hades to the underworld, and so they have to like have like a split kind of shared custody situation. In the summer, Persephone comes up and lives with the mother, and in the winter she goes down to Hades in the underworld. But the pomegranate is very symbolic of this, and there's a wisdom and an intuition here, and a need of balance of light and dark. I'm getting with the whole dual custody of like time on earth, time on time in the underworld. And also like looking at where temptations are. I think that she was tempted down with a pomegranate or something. And fruits are often a thing of temptation. And it's knowing how to, having the wisdom to see past the temptation, but like have the seeds of the creativity and all those hundreds of seeds of like abundance and fertility of something we can grow. She's got a little scroll as well. Interesting. And we also have Judgment as well. So we have the wings and all of this very lit crown chakra, lots of white light energy, like a purification. And Judgment is like a rebirth. And obviously I was talking about the underworld and Persephone going down to the underworld, and then Demeter, the mother, is like the harvest goddess, and she represents, light and abundance and plentifulness and new things growing. And like the bountifulness of life and harvest. And Hades represents the underworld, death, darkness, destruction, all of those things. And then we have Judgment, which is often rising from the ashes, like resurrection, forgiveness, a realization, a letting go of the past, and some sort of spiritual transformative rebirth, like spreading your wings into a new, cleansed acceptance. And it can be, I'm just getting this kind of like coming out from the underworld. And in the winter, my God, it can feel sometimes like we are buried down in the underworld. We also have this card, the Two of Swords. Not being able to see a clear path, not being able to make a choice. We have one sword pointing up and one pointing down. And I was talking about, living on Earth a bit, living in the underworld for a bit. Is this a bit of a Persephone vibe here? Like torn between two worlds, shared between two worlds, as above, so below, like trying to balance maybe that energy and come to a decision. And you know, where are you being blindfolded? Where are you unable to make your own decision? Where are you feeling kind of disempowered and blindfolded? You need to take off the blindfold and choose a direction, and you know, get to the point and cut through anything that needs to be ended with, needs to be completed, because that's what the Judgment card is here for. And if you go in and tune into, you know, your cycles, your natural cycles, your spirit, your inner wisdom, I feel like you will know. I feel you will know what it is that you need to cut away. And High Priestess, she's very in tune with, you know, her subconscious. And so maybe going into your subconscious, some meditations. You know, she doesn't need her eyes to see. You know, she like scries and gets the answers. She pulls the answers out of the darkness often. And here we have a woman in the darkness, blindfolded. Maybe we need to use our intuition to guide us to make a decision to have this kind of rebirth, to have this resurrection. It's a new year. It's a new cycle. We've got the moon cycles on our head, and I was talking about the cycles of nature. Summertime, wintertime, the abundant harvest, and the what can feel like the underworlds of winter. Very interesting. Going to take another card. Quite liking where this is going. It's very interesting. We have the Knight of Wands. When we have scried, gone within, and made a decision about which sword to follow, and removed that old blindfold because we don't need it, we can surge forth into the new year with a passion, with a fire, with a reignited spark. The Knight of Wands. We have got Mars in Capricorn. We've got Mars and Venus and the Sun in Capricorn at the moment, and they are like kind of supercharging one another. Mars is so driven in Capricorn, and it just wants forward movement. And you know, Venus is this planet of love and creation, and they're all getting energy. So on the 3rd, there was a conjunction between all three. I think it's going to last, the energy of it, through to the 12th. And so we need to kind of pull on that energy, that drive, that passion, that creativity, and that zest of the sun, igniting this creative energy of, you know, love and abundance with Venus, and this drive of this masculine energy of like desire and action and drive to go for it, and this sort of passion. So yeah, we need to dig deep and do a bit of meditation, maybe, to see what it is we need to let go, move forward with. What is it we're taking through, so that we can take off this blindfold, follow the right sword, and pursue it. Nice. So I am going to take one from the Everyday Witch deck, just to round us off nicely. We have Meditation for Clarity. what did I say? We need to maybe meditate to find some clarity, because we may be in a bit of an indecision at the moment. Meditating to find clarity. Meditating like the wise woman she is to find that clarity. What is it we need to release? It's going to help us make this decision so we can charge forward with fire, passion, drive, creation, and all the love in our heart. Go meditate, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you to all you new subscribers. I hope you are having a wonderful start back to reality for jobs and things. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you to all you continuous viewers. Bye.